daughter was not coming home. I've interviewed rape victims that's been raped by people that look just like me, the same color as me. We are running around killing each other left and right. But what hurts me the most is the people that stood in front of a judge and stood in front of a mayor and said, I swear my oath that I will serve and protect this community. And God, please forgive me, and you can delete me if you get mad at me. If you are white and you working in a black community and you are racist, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You stood up there and took an oath. If this is not where you want to work at, then you need to take your behind somewhere else. I decided to work in the African American community because I'm African American and I wanted to make a difference. I could have worked in Parma. I could have worked in Lakewood. I could have worked in North Olmsted. I'm a double minority. They would have got 2 hits for me because I'm African American and I'm a female. I'm here because I wanted to make a difference. But how dare you stand next to me in the same uniform and murder somebody? How dare you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. So why don't we just keep it real? If you're that officer, then know good and well you got a God complex. You're afraid of people that don't look like you. You have no business in that uniform. Take it off. If you're afraid to go and talk to an African American female or male or a Mexican male or female because they're not white like you, take the uniform off. You have no business being a police officer. Because there's many of us that will give our life for anybody. And we took this oath and we meant it. If you are that officer that's prejudiced, take the uniform off and put the KKK hoodie on. Because I will not stand for that. If you're an officer that works with me and you're wrong, I will tell you you're wrong. My heart goes out to that young man's family because if it was my son, I don't know what I would do.
And there you see that not only
the individuals involved in his
not only that we just see this as we can't see this as all cops are bad. Has been cops who may be racist. There may be cops who really don't like us as a black community. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing. Here's the thing, man, that we really got to really truly uncover, and like I said, these are things that what I'm bringing up is what we're going to talk about. We really gotta what's the root of the issue for one? That's the number one question, the root of the issue that we're going through, and what do they truly see in us that makes them? Okay, for one, why do an officer have to fear for his life to walk up to another brother, a black man's car? To where if he make an inch or a sudden movement, he can have a scratch, a itch on his face. But if he go to scratch his face, he's a threat. It's almost like we have to be robots in moments like this because of we fear to our life being taken just by us scratching our face or reaching down in our back pockets to grab our wallets. And see, as me being a man, my back pocket is where usually all men or most men would keep their wallet, is in their back pocket. So to automatically assume like the brother was reaching in his back pocket to grab his wallet before the officer had shot him, gunned him down, point blank range in the car while his daughter was in the back seat and his girlfriend or baby mother, whatever you decide to want to call that instance. As this was going on, the officer, he was getting his license for his gun. He was also getting a license, his ID. But most of the time, we carry these things in our back pockets. And see, it's almost kind of funny to me to really see it for what it is. That's what we pretty much got to see it for what it is. You got to understand, black men are men, period. We keep our information, like our wallets, in our back pockets. That just like a woman keeps her purse on her, not knowing what's in the purse or whatever. I don't know because I'm not a woman. But if a black woman was reaching inside her purse, would that automatically assume that she has a weapon that she can pulling out, and she's going to, shoot the officer or put the officer in danger? What the officer automatically assumed that if the man was a woman who was reaching in her purse. But I mean, it just, at the end of the day, man, it's just a lot to uncover. Like, wait, hold on, let's examine this stuff. Let's sit here and examine what needs needing to be said. Hold on one second. I'm listening. All right. Okay. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have my brother Isaac get up on here. Finna get ready to join calls with him. So please, like I said, have your ears open, have your mind open, have your soul open to receive what this brother has to say. I believe this thing will be a great thing to hear. Uncover definitely things that we need to understand. And let me see if he's ready to come along. Alrighty. So at the end of the day, these are things that we need to uncover this stuff, man. There's no more blankets. We can't have no more blankets covering the issues that we're facing, and our words being transformed to another word, what somebody else may say or whatever. But anyways, without further ado, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get my brother on the line, and I'm gonna stop wasting y'all time. But yes, we're getting the phone ringing right now.
Hello.
Hey, my brother Isaac, how you doing, brother?
I'm all right, man. How about you?
I'm doing well, man. Hey, man. Well, first off, I want to welcome you to the War Zone podcast, man. And man, what I would just pretty much just kind of informing them, getting them ready for the conversation that we're gonna have. We're finna have a good conversation, brother. Man, if you would would you like to tell a little bit about what you've been doing, what's been going on with you? Tell if you'd like to shed light on that.
Well, since Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, today, we've been marching and trying to make a difference within our community and do the things that we need to do. We've been trying to make. Well, I'm stop using the word trying. We've been making statements and doing the things that we've been doing. We've been shutting down the major streets and so on and so forth. There's much more to come, and we're not doing this for just for one type of race or one type of people. We're doing this for everyone, just so everyone can feel as one and not separated. And that's the main thing that what we're trying to do. We're trying to let everybody know that we are all equal. We all are united, so on and so forth. No matter if you're black, white, Indian, Puerto Rican, Asian, Muslim, if you're a cop or you're not a cop, or if you work within law enforcement or the government or whatever of that sort, whether if you're in a wheelchair or you don't have legs, you don't have arms, or you have autism, or whatever the case may be, you're a war veteran, whoever you are, we all are one people. Right. It's the bad apples of the bunch that's trying to turn the whole bunch into bad apples. But that's what we're out to try to make a difference to take that away, basically.
Right. And man, for one, let me say this, man. I'm beyond proud of the movement that you are doing and creating, and the message that you're getting across. It's a very important message, man. And from what I hear and what I understand from when we have our conversation, it's all about unity, and that's what I get, and I stand behind that 110%. But I like for instance, I told him a little bit. I told some friends of mine a little bit about what you're doing, and then, I stand behind. From the first time you joined, first time you started to move, you said you started what, Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday. Now, the first time, let me ask you this: what made you just get up and just like, you know what, I'm finna do this? What made you do that? What?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something that I ain't really told no one, and I'm gonna go and tell you. The thing that made me get up and decide that, you know, I'm gonna continue to do this was, and I believe it was right after Wednesday, when the guy got killed in front of his daughter and his woman, and the video, they put the video out of you, all you hear is a little baby saying, "Mama, I got you."
Right. That hurted me, man.
That video itself made me cry actual tears.
Yes.
Now, the person that I am, if you make me cry actual tears,
Right.
I'm going to bring hell down on you.
Right.
And that's what we're doing now. We're going to bring hell down on the people that are trying to pin us together, that are trying to separate us, that are trying to still continue to go by the Willie Lynch letter and do things by the Willie Lynch letter. For the people that don't know, the Willie Lynch letter stated that if you separate the slaves between skin color, age, wisdom, you know, so on and so forth, if you separate them, you will have control over them for 300, hundreds, or thousands of years. That was only 300 years ago.
Right.
300 some change, maybe.
Right.
And when people do the light skins versus dark skins, or, you know, whatever the case may be, it sheds light on that, you know?
Right.
It goes right back to that.
And you make
goes right back to the Willie Lynch letter.
Right, and it makes sense too, because for instance, man, I'm gonna tell you a story that happened with me, man. I have a sister, which was not actually my blood sister, but she was my sister because I've known her for so many years. Now she's a dark skinned lady, and she only been talked about because she was dark skinned. Now I'm light skinned. My complexion is light skin. That's what I guess we call that complexity is light skin.
We're all black.
Exactly. Now, I don't know where we get this idea, fixed idea, to where, oh, that person light skin, or we fight against our own complexities within each other as well. And that's something, man. Shed light on, definitely shed light on that, because I don't think we knowledge. I don't think we have the knowledge to understand that in depth.
See, we still have the slave mentality.
Right.
And that is a problem that we deal with within everybody within the community and whatnot. You get all of those naysayers that say, well, why are you doing this? What is this going to fix? Well, why are you doing that? What is that going to do? Mm-hmm. You know what they asked Kunta after he ran away so much? Why do you keep running? You know it's not going to do anything.
Right.
You know when they asked that the other runaway slaves after they kept running, why are you still running? You know it's not going to do anything.
Right.
We still have the slave mentality.
Right.
And we're not going to break that slave mentality until everyone decides to come and break that slave mentality. And that's what people don't understand. See, we have to do that now in order to continue to progress. If we don't break the slave mentality, they're not going to break it for us.
Come on.
Because they brought it to us.
Man.
Just like when they decide that, you know what, I want to start doing braids. They're not going to say, I want to start doing braids like the black people.
Right.
They're going to say, this is something that we started.
Right.
We started the dreads. We started the collard greens and cornbread.
Right,
We
man.
started the chitlins and
Right.
whatnot. But at the end of the day, chitlins came because they wanted to give us the leftovers of the pig.
Come on.
So we said, okay, you can give us the leftovers, and I'm gonna make it into a gourmet meal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we got became from leftovers, just damn near.
Right.
Just damn near. And they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know about Black Wall Street. When we had
Come on.
Street
Hey,
of
you know how many times
doctors.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, man. You know how many times I've been trying to educate my brothers on that, man. I'm glad you're speaking up on it, man. Come on, let's get up on that, man.